I just wanted to share my story about how I was supposed to fire my helper of 9 years on the spot and I couldn't do it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. Yo guys, this is my last attempt, okay? If I don't get this one right, then I'm just gonna post it regardless of whether it's proper or not. So this is a combination of a story time and a vlog about the lady that I stay with, who is my assistant, who has been my assistant for almost 9 years now. So yo guys, just the other day I felt that I was so tired and I needed a massage. But then I thought to myself, who else needs a massage that I can actually take with me? And the first person that came to my mind was her. Reason being, all the things that exhaust me actually exhaust her as well. Because when I'm busy with something, she also has to suffer from me being busy with something directly or indirectly, because it's either she has to take over some of my responsibilities or she has to work with me with whatever it is that is keeping me busy. Like for example, if whatever that I'm busy with is making clothes, obviously that means that she must also get involved, and also she still has to carry out her duties of just managing the house when I'm at work and getting the kids ready for school when they have to go to school in the morning. So I thought to myself, the way that I'm feeling right now, and lately I've been hearing her complaining that she's got a headache, I thought to myself, but whatever she's feeling is more or less the same as what I'm feeling. So probably she should be feeling exhausted just as much as I'm exhausted. So I thought to myself, let me take her out. Let me take her for a massage. So I was doing that little exercise here, hoping that she will pick the spa, because I had already pre-booked the spa. So fortunately for me, she didn't disappoint. She chose to go to the spa. So we went to the spa, we had our massage. Now here's a little background story that I need to tell you about this woman that I've stayed with. When my son was not yet born, when I was about to deliver, an ex-cousin, that's my ex-husband's cousin, was like to me, listen, my baby is old, I don't want this helper anymore, and she's such a good person, I want you to take her if you have not found somebody else. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take her. And I had a few encounters with her, but then because she's such a reserved person, we would not have conversations. I would only see her when I go to see the ex-husband's cousin. So yeah, then she came, we talked, and then she came to stay with us when my son was like 3 weeks old. Obviously with me, because it was my first time staying with somebody who's a stranger to me. And also with her, the fact that she has moved from that family to a new family now, even though it's like still within the same family, it obviously was not an easy thing, but we pushed through, we pushed through the years, and we stayed together. We moved from one house to the other, with my ex and my son, and with her, since she joined us when my son was 3 weeks old, right? Until we moved to a house that we bought together with my ex. Like literally, when we started from the ground going all the way up, this person has always been there with us. You get what I'm saying? Like she's always been there. She experienced it all. She was actually one of the people who was a witness when we went to sign at the Home Affairs, because we signed after my son was born. I think my son was like a year old. So Yena and my ex-mother-in-law were two people who actually went to witness when we were signing in community of property, when we were signing our lives away, okay? So through the years, some of the struggles, obviously I will reserve the information that I would share with her, but she could see that I'm really, really struggling. Sometimes I would just give her a tip of what is actually going on, so that she won't be surprised when she sees that things are not actually the way they're supposed to be, especially when it comes to the basic needs in the house, because here and there I would have to cut certain things. Sometimes things were better than other times, but yeah. I will try to reserve as much information as I can from like sharing with her exclusively, because even if I treat her as my big sister, she is still my employee. Yeah, she's still my employee. So I have to still keep that relationship and draw that boundary. Our relationship was so strong, and it still is that strong, to a point where sometimes I visit her at her home, because her home is like along the way. When I go home, I pass there. So I would drop her off there, would spend time there. Sometimes I'll take her there with my kids. Sometimes she would go home with me with my kids. Her kids have been to my father's house. My kids have been to her father's house. My grandmother, my family members have seen her home. Even my ex-in-laws have seen her home. And like literally, this is a family that I found for myself. And I remember struggling a lot when I had my second baby, because obviously, you know me, I don't have a mom. So, and my ex-mother-in-law was not as hands-on. She was not really a baby person, and I had already accepted that it's not her thing. So basically, this woman was all I had through the whole process of me just recovering from the cesarean section and just getting on my feet and taking care of the baby and everything, you know. But the one thing that I've always respected about her was that we were able to keep our business professional, in as much as we're compassionate and we love each other, but we're able to respect each other's boundaries as employer and employee. I'm not a fussy person. I'm not one person that when you are sitting down, I'll come and sweep like and show you where the place is dirty and run my finger through the furniture. No, I'm not that type of a person. I'll just say, you know what, listen, treat my house like it's your house, and you won't see me complain. But obviously, here and there, when there are some things where we have to rectify one another, I'm one person who sits down and like, okay, listen, there's this thing here that I'm not happy with. You think maybe we can work on that? And we always bounce back from such things, because we've been in this relationship, if I might put it that way, because it's way beyond her just being an employee. For almost 9 years now, because my son is almost 9 years, right? So that's been a long time. So it so happened that during the divorce proceedings, you know, I always say that divorce is a very, very tricky game, and there is no love in divorce. There is no love in war. I try my level best, guys. You will forgive me, okay? I try my level best to avoid talking about my previous marriage, but unfortunately, I can't prevent everything. I can't completely shy away from talking about it, because one way or the other, some of the things that I have to share will always have to take me back there, you know? So this is one of them. So after my ex-husband moved out of the house and we were starting with the divorce proceedings, I had to immediately go to the maintenance court, because I could see that I'm struggling, and I don't have to struggle as much as I was struggling when this guy was staying with me. I always say that there are a lot of people who are married, but they're single mothers even when they're married, because they want to protect these husbands and they can't take them to maintenance court. So the first thing that you do when the marriage is getting dissolved is obviously try to get that financial relief. You take this person to maintenance court. You know, the shock of my life, guys, when I go to the maintenance court, this guy just said to me, so the funds that I was using to pay the helper, those are the funds that I'm going to be using to pay my rent where I'm going. So we don't need a helper anymore. The kids are old. The other one is in preschool. The other one is in grade. He was in grade what, my son? I think he was in grade 1 by then. So we will just alternate with the kids. This person was saying we must alternate with the kids. He works shifts, and he knows that with the type of work that I do, I travel a lot. And also he confiscated my car. So this person just wanted me to binge on my feet, on my knees, you know. He just wanted to leave me paralyzed. And now the last nail on the coffin is him saying he will not be able to pay my helper. So I was just going to be left stranded with my 2 kids without a car and the works. But I don't want to dwell too much on that, because that was just the part of fighting and the divorce and everything. My focus today is on the relationship that I have with my assistant. Her name is Sina, okay? Because after all of that happened, remember, this is the person that with all my successful things that I've been doing in my life, she's been there, she's been celebrating me, she's been happy with me, and she's been also, you know, my wins are her wins, because she wins. When I get money, she gets money. You get what I'm saying? Our kids win. Our kids get to be bought things. So everybody wins when I win. So then this guy says that, the funds that were being used for paying the helper, that's what I'm going to be using for my rent now. So I don't have money for that. When I left the maintenance court, the helper was scratched out of the list. Like, we had an agreement, and that guy there by the maintenance court was like, yeah, well, the maintenance officer was like, yeah, well, it makes sense. Why should you keep paying this person if you guys don't have the funds? You don't have the funds, he doesn't have the funds, and the kids are old for real. You guys are just going to have to be responsible with rotating the kids amongst each other, but otherwise, other than that, we can't force him to continue paying the helper when there's no need. Ha! Zakala ke manje, guys. Zakala. So now I get home. Excuse me. Now I get home. I'm so frustrated. I'm so stressed. Okay, things went well with the maintenance court. If we subtract the helper, the amount of money that he was giving me, or he was ordered to give to me for the kids, was enough. You know, I'm not a greedy person, so I was happy with what he was ordered to give me. So when I get home now, I break the news to my helper. I cried so much. You know, the reason why I cried so much was because I thought that everybody loved my helper and everybody loves her kids, you know, because her kids are our kids. Even now as we speak, her son is here, he's visiting us, he's playing with our son outside. So for you to just, for me, I feel like, you know what, the helper is one thing which is on top of the list. It's one thing you can't get rid of, especially when it's this specific helper that we're talking about, because her kids are deep. Like, I feel like I'm responsible for her kids, so she is actually working for her kids, and I love her kids. They call me Manipesi, and if I'm saying I'm firing their mother, I'm saying that they must starve. So what is happening? What happened to the love that I had for them? What happened to me visiting them, encouraging them, doing this and that with them? So for me to just fire their mother just like that, isn't there any other thing I can do to make sure that at least the mother has some source of income so that the kids don't have to starve? Yo, guys, and I thought me and this guy, we shared the same sentiment, but obviously not. It's survival of the fittest. Everybody's just looking out for themselves. All right. I had to get home and I told her, I'm like, listen, woman, this guy, because by that time things were really hectic, right? And he had blocked me from social media, so, and WhatsApp as well, so we're not really communicating. So he was only communicating with her. When he wants to fetch the kids, he would communicate with her to say, Manny, please prepare the kids for me Friday, I'm gonna come fetch them, right? And now you are firing this person that you're saying must prepare the kids for you. So who is going to prepare the kids when I'm at work, when I'm on standby, when I'm traveling and doing my things? Who's gonna take care of the kids? You know, the kids knock off at 4. I knock off at 4:30. Who's gonna receive the kids before I get home? I get home and I tell her, I'm like, oh woman, listen to me. This guy said that he will not be able to pay you anymore. So technically, according to the maintenance court, you are fired. He's no longer working in this house. Just like that. No strings attached, no feelings attached, nothing. You are fired, woman. Yo. She was so sad, you know. So, but then I said to her, as a sister, as a confidant, as somebody who's my support structure, since the divorce started, I can't afford to fire you. As a sister, I can't afford to fire you. As the mother of the kids that I love, I can't afford to fire you. As an assistant, because I do need your assistance right now. I can't be snapping, you know, because I'm in a storm emotionally. So I don't want to deal with my kids a lot, because I only want to deal with the kids when I'm in a good space. So when I'm not in a good space, I want you to deal with the kids, the homeworks and everything. You know how that gets. Obviously, because I'm going through stuff, I might snap and shout at the kids. So I need you to step up in that department, of which she understood. But now, if I have to get rid of their hair, that means that my kids must now see me miserable. I must now cry in front of my kids and all that stuff, and I couldn't afford all of that. So I said to her, yeah, so basically this guy says, I must fire you. I'm really struggling financially right now, but I can't afford to fire you, because somehow I feel like even if I fired you, I would still want to give you money on a monthly basis to take care of your kids. So it's completely pointless for me to fire you. And then she said to me, I can stay even if you pay me like half of my salary, because yes, I do need the money, but I understand the situation, and also I don't think I will be okay with me being away, you know, me being there far away from you and not knowing whether you will do okay, you will be well or not. So because of that, I can't afford to leave you here alone. I can't leave you here alone. You are the only family I'm the only family that you have now, and I know that you've been there for me through a whole lot of stuff. So I know that you need me now. This is the time where I need to show you that you're not just my employer, but you are my younger sister, and I will look out for you guys. It was hectic. It was hectic. I said to her, no, I will not be able to pay you half of your salary. That's not right. What I can do is I will just stop paying some of my debts, just call the credit providers and tell them that, listen, I will not be able to pay you this for now. I'm still going through stuff. Once I'm done, once I've sorted my things out, only then I will come and make the payment so that I can afford to pay her full salary. We went through all of that. I went through everything. She was there with me. She held my hand through everything. When I lost my house, when we were packing everything and we were moving to a smaller place, she was there through everything. And when we were bouncing back, now we have bounced back. We are okay. We have a car now. We are just, life is just beautiful. Life is beautiful. We're in a very good space now, And she's still here with me. So I heard somebody on the comments saying that I must do a story time or I must do an open engagement about nannies, about helpers, good relationships with helpers. For me, my helper does not even feel like my helper anymore. She really does not. She feels like my sister. So I don't know who I will be referring to when I say let's do a story time about a helper. But yeah, basically today, I just wanted to share my story about how I was supposed to fire my helper of 9 years on the spot. And I couldn't do it. Not after everything that we've been through together, not after every support that she has showed me. We've been going up and down together. This woman held me down for the longest time. Like, I owe her a lot. And one thing that I appreciate and I love so much about her is that she never sees my weaknesses and my downfall and all the things that I've been through as reason enough for her to take advantage of me or to think very less of me or little or anything, take advantage of any form to say now this person does not have anyone so I can take advantage of her or whatever. I think over the years, the relationship that we built, the sisterly relationship that we built, and as much as maybe she's not a vocal person who would talk a lot about me and what she feels about me and what she feels like I've done for her, but her actions really say a lot about her gratitude towards just us walking this journey of life together. So I always say that, Mina, I'm not my sister's keeper. I am my sister, meaning that my sister's well-being is my well-being. So yeah, basically this is it. It's just a combination of a story time of how I almost lost my helper, but now we are here, we are happy, we've bounced back, we are now back to business and we're doing everything that we were doing in the past. And we are taking care of one another. Yeah, so please guys, do take care of one another. Focus on building relationships, good working relationships that involve loyalty. Loyalty is more important than anything. No amount of money can ever buy loyalty. And if you find people like that, regardless of whether they are more fortunate or they are less fortunate than you, when you find people who are loyal to you, they will be loyal to you when you have something and when you have nothing. You need to build those type of relationships, and you may not see the need to build them now, or you may not see them fruitful now, but in the long run, you will actually realize that actually this seed that I've been planting, it's been growing in the dark, and now it's starting to break the ground. Now you can see now what actually this is a seed that I have planted that is growing. It's like a mustard seed, so yeah, basically that is all that I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and because the vlog is going to be obviously at the end of this story time. I hope you enjoy it. God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe. So today is a very hi guys, hi, I look beautiful, ne? Thank you. So today is a very special day, ne? I'm doing something very special for somebody who's very special to me, but I'm gonna do something very special for myself as well. I'm surprising my assistant, my helper, somebody who's been with me since my firstborn son was 3 weeks old. Now he's turning 9 this year. So I felt that I needed some time off. I needed a massage, self-care routine. And then I thought to myself, Mara, there's somebody that I feel like should be going with me, because in as much as I'm busy with this thing of self-fullness, doesn't necessarily mean that I have to stop caring and being selfless when it comes to certain people who I feel like they're deserving of my selflessness. And I thought to myself, if there's one person that I know who is as hardworking as I am, is that woman. So I want her to have a blind reaction. I've drawn this thing, this thing that is trending now where people put in make somebody choose one or the other. So I want her to choose between lunch and spa. I'm hoping she chooses the spa because I've already made the bookings. She's in the other car with my friend and I'm gonna be meeting up with them. So when I do meet up with her, she doesn't even know where we're going or what's happening there. I just said, take a shower, let's go. So when we get there, when we get there, I'm gonna give her those papers for her to choose one, because where we're going there's a lot of things which happen around, so she obviously wouldn't even know what's going on or what we are there for. But once she picks, hopefully she picks the spa, then we're gonna have our spa treatment, because we work very hard. I know I work hard, everybody knows I work hard, but behind my hard work there's somebody who is working very hard to make sure that my hard work shows, my hard work reflects, because this person is managing my house, she's managing my kids, she is working with me also with Crown Lioness. So in as much as she's getting paid, I feel like monetary stuff is not enough. Appreciation, I really need her to understand that the way I appreciate her, it's not only by me paying her accordingly, but also my heart appreciates the heart that she pours into everything that she does for me and my family. And she stuck it out with me even when things were really, really hard. She just stuck by me. So I just want to show her some appreciation, and I hope she's gonna love it. I can't wait to see her blind reaction to this. Hello, open the door. Hello, Mama.
Hello.
So you need to pick one of these two papers, ne? So whichever one you pick is what we will be doing. DVD app. Ke re kgetha pampiri e one mo. Ye o e kgethang ke ntwe e tabe re di. Ene o ka o tabeile. O tatile. Iba le ring. Iring. Ya no raro ba yo tofa maheta. O kgethile botse mos.
What did in tofo?
O di ntofo. Ne ke re ke o di ntofo bjale ka nana ore ape a ke bere ke boima ke le tee o na le motho o mongwe a robale kwa Crown Lioness mo tshwere ka di washing. So ka ra o ka se kgethe yona wa kgethe engwe ra re o jelwe. Ele badimo ba chipana ba o rata o kgethile yona.
Okay, look here.
Our photographer, hi, photographer woman that Sankar. Shout out to our photographer. She is doing the Lord's work. Yeah, so now we're walking into the spa. This is such a beautiful, cozy space. It's just in a place where you would not even think or you'd find a place like this. But yeah, it's in Lepalale. We went in there and we were already late, African time. Yo, Jehovah, I'm not proud of myself. We went in there. We then went to the change room to change into our gowns and slippers. Still, the photographer was just doing the work. She was just here with her chiscope and her iPhone doing the Lord's work. And yeah, we are supposed to now change into the gowns and the slippers before we head into the rooms where we're going to be getting our full body massage with hot stones. Let me tell you, I really, really needed this. So before I could even go there to get the massage, I already knew how I was going to be feeling after the massage. So this is me and my right-hand woman. Hey, my ride or die. This woman, Aisha, I love her so much. I have been blessed. God loves me. God will supply for your needs according to his riches and glory. I am so rich. I am so blessed to have this woman, having been there with me, with our kids, She's such a blessing to me. I do not take her for granted. I always tell her this. I'm a very vocal person, guys. I'm a very expressive person. Look at her shaking her nyash there. Went to get a massage. Anyway, after that full body massage, we went for a swim. Guess what? Everybody was just escorting me. Black people and water, they don't mix. So I was the only one. Fun fact about me, I only swim backstrokes because I wear contact lenses full time, so I don't really want water in my eyes and I don't want a mess, okay, because I'm very short-sighted. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining in. Until we meet again on the next one, please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.